So it is copper, and this copper goes down into the bottom of that planer, goes west, comes out, goes underground, goes into this one, underground, it goes through all of them. Then you bring it over here, and it's hooked up to the bottom of this aluminum pole, and they got a big zinc bolt in it. So it causes an electromagnetic field to go around, and there's no bugs here. No bugs anywhere. Crazy. Look at that. Freaking, that all grew in 5 days. Everything doubled in size. That went from here to there. This is spilling over. That grew about 1.5 feet in 5 days. Nuts. It's just a follow-up. If anybody's interested in doing this, I didn't put it in the last video. But when you put this copper rod in here, make sure it's facing due north. Use a compass. Start your wire going west. And then when you get to the last one, this size of that basil. Use aluminum or steel and put a zinc bolt and attach the copper wire in. This has to face due south, and you'll make that magnetic field. This is nuts. I didn't know if it was gonna work, but proof's in the pudding. Peace out, people. All right, so my garden is getting a lot of attention, so I'm just gonna explain everything. There's no electricity gets put into any of the wires. All right? So I'll draw a diagram, maybe tomorrow I'll put the picture on. This is a bamboo stick. It's in the most northern point of the garden. The copper wire wraps around it. It's inside the flower bed, or the garden bed. And I'm going west, that's north. You want to go west when your first wire. It comes out, it goes under the ground, and it comes up, and it goes through. And then I went through here, came out, went under the ground, and I followed every single one. The wire goes through the garden beds, out of the garden beds, in the ground, and it comes over to the southernmost point of this garden. This is zinc. You can use steel or aluminum, and the wire connects on the ground to the bottom of this rod. So the theory is, I did the research on it, it pulls the energy from the air. It's called the ionosphere. The earth is grounded. It causes a counterclockwise electromagnetic field. When I say no insects, no bugs, I mean the bugs that eat your vegetables. Normally I got bugs eating everything. There's worms, there's bugs crawling around. They come into the tomatoes, they go into the watermelons, and they eat everything. So I don't have any of those bugs. The theory behind the electromagnetic grounding of your garden, it attracts honeybees. Every morning I come out here, this is full of honeybees. Dragonflies will sit on the fence in the morning. I see them every morning. Now, the theory behind it also is it attracts good bugs that help your garden and keeps away pests, so you don't have to use pesticides. I physically have watched the bugs come flying over, get a little discombobulated, and then dragonflies kill them. Every now and then a bug comes through, but they don't stay. Dragonflies are always buzzing through here. And yes, it was a hummingbird that you saw in that video. All right? A lot of hummingbirds. I'm in southwest Tennessee. I put the rope around this corn stalk because we get really bad windstorms and it tries to blow the corn over. All right? So all it is one copper wire. You can use pieces and splice them if you don't want long enough. It goes down the wooden pole, north, use a compass. Go west. Start west, the wire comes through, it's in the garden bed, then it comes out of the garden bed, and it goes underground, and it goes through every one. All the research I did on it, because I seen videos from other people who tried it and they weren't having success, so I did a lot of research and found all diagrams from like the 1800s, and farmers used to do this. and it triples your production of the plants. You require no pesticides because you don't have bugs eating up all your vegetables. My neighbors are stopping by. I live out in the country, and asking me, what am I doing? What did you do? And a couple of them are starting to do it because they have to deal with bugs and they don't want to put pesticides in there. So you can research it up. It's electromagnetic field grounding, earth grounding. You can look up garden grounding and go deep into, don't read the first few pages, go down and I found a PDF diagram. I gotta see if I printed it. If I still have it, I will. But it's not hard to do. It just takes a little bit of shoveling. See, now I planted my garden a month late this year, so my tomatoes are just starting. Now you can look through here. I run strings all over like a spider web, so I don't have to keep propping them up. And the watermelons, you can see in there, there's one down there. But I took out like 15 cucumbers this morning and about 10 zucchinis. All right, but again, it's very simple. Copper wire wrapped around a wooden stake. The bigger the garden, the taller you make the stake. There's no electricity in the wire. It's just a copper wire. And everybody can leave their funny comments, but it's working. I mean, I'm not a professional gardener, and I can't do time lapse. I'm just a guy with a cell phone. And I just everyone is amazed who lives around me. People drive by, stop, ask me what did I do. So I made a little video. So if you want to try it, try it. If you don't want to try it, don't try it. But I mean, this is stuff that was 3 years old. It's just popping out of the ground. The watermelon, I didn't even plant. I planted watermelons 3 years ago. It popped out of the ground this year and it started growing. But you can see how it's overflowing out of the flower beds that I built. I got some carrots over here, red and green peppers. These are onions. I can't remember everything I planted. This is the basil. But all I can tell you is no pesticides. I mean, you can see how thick the tomatoes are. Anybody who's growing tomatoes, they don't normally grow like this. Anybody who's done it. This just popped out of the ground. I think that's squash or zucchini. I don't know till it buds. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. That's why I made a video. I couldn't believe how fast it grew and how lush it all is. I don't put any chemicals. I didn't use any fertilizers, as far as Miracle-Gro soil. It's just regular topsoil I bought and put in there. I tried it out and it's working. And it's pretty crazy. Buddy, get out of there. Hey, get out of there. Come on, let's go. Good boy, come on. That's Buddy. All right, and I don't know what to tell you. I'll try and find that diagram I found. It was based off a 1 acre garden, and they suggested a 25-foot wooden pole. But the key is the zinc mixed with aluminum or steel. And that wire just runs through it. It goes this way, comes out, comes into this one, comes out of here. I don't know if you can see, here's the wire coming out of the ground. And it goes in here, and I drilled a hole in the bottom of this rod. I put the copper through, I wrapped it around a few times, cinched it on tight, stuck it in. And I live in Southwest Tennessee. We get crazy thunderstorms. No lightning has hit it. There's no electricity in here. It's just one copper wire. And if you want, you can do your research on grounding. Reduces inflammation in your body when you put your feet on the ground. There's a lot to learn. I mean, I stumbled upon this because my daughter got stricken with some autoimmune disease. And then the doctor's like, oh, nothing we can do, give her pills. So we all know how the government and the medical establishment is looking out for our best interests. I think we all learned that the past few years. I did my own research, learned about grounding your body, how it reduces inflammation. Then it led to all the GMO food we eat, all the pesticides, and the glyphosate that's in the wheat from spraying pesticides on it, how it causes brain problems, and all these people get gluten sensitivities. So changed our family's diet to a whole food. We only eat organic vegetables. My daughter's inflammations numbers have plummeted. Her health is increasing. Led me to growing my own garden 3 years ago. And this year I wanted to make the garden more productive. So I stumbled upon this old technology that was used in all the way up till the early 1900s. Because you don't need pesticides and you can grow more food in less space. So hopefully that answers all your questions. And all right, peace out. All right, I had this wire in my shop. This is an 8-gauge wire. This is very expensive. So if this is your first time and you got to buy stuff, I would probably start with a 12-gauge wire. But the thicker the wire, the better you're going to get. This is super expensive. All right, so when you buy it, this is every wire pack. Like if you buy a 3-gauge, like 12-gauge wire, when you strip the insulation off, you're gonna have a white, black, sometimes a red. And you're gonna have one that's already stripped, which is pure copper. All right, so if you need more wire, you're gonna start to strip this insulation. I got a galvanized steel pole, got a zinc-based bolt, got this at Tractor Supply, and this, I mean, aluminum, from what I read, aluminum says it's the best, but I didn't have aluminum. I had this in my shop. That's what I used. All my seeds are organic. Wire strippers. If you get 14-gauge wire, the wire strippers will work fine. So strip off this insulation. Put this in the southernmost part of the garden. I drilled a hole in the bottom and I wrapped the wire through it, cinched it on with a pair of pliers so it was a good connectivity. You put your wooden pole in the northern spot, got the sprinklers going. It was like 100 degrees today, so everything was a little starving for water when I got home. So I don't know if you can see that out there. There you go. Just grabbed a couple of zucchini. And this cucumber was, I have some smaller variety cucumbers. So I like to make pickles. I have the big cucumbers too also. So wrap the copper wire around the northernmost on a wooden pole. Any kind of wood is good, as long as there's no chemicals in it. Don't use pressure treated wood because you're trying to avoid chemicals. Put a wooden pole, wrap it around, make a little antenna on the top. Put it in the northern part, the most northern facing part you can in your garden. Wrap that copper wire around that pole and then run it through your garden beds. If you just gardens on the ground, you just got to dig a 1 to 3 inch trench and run it right through your garden. And just keep making a loop. Follow the garden bed, one continuous loop. When you get to your steel pole, some people use rebar, you know, it's pure steel. And drill the hole, wrap it around, stick that in the ground. And then watch Earth use its power. And you people, no bugs. The first video I made was from my buddy who just wanted to see it, and I just posted it. So it attracts honeybees, it attracts pollinators. All right, this is the theory. It's not my theory, Nikola Tesla's theory. There's a Frenchman, he wrote a whole book on it, Justin Thorelot or something like that. You can look it up. You can download the book, they charge you for it. This was like, I think it was like 1600s he did that, but yeah, I mean, there's all the research. Look up Electroculture, gardening, and you'll read everything I read. I read it over the winter. And my daughter wants everybody to know that if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have done this. So, because I planted the garden and I didn't do it. And it was probably, I planted the garden June 8th with the seeds. And then July 5th, it was like 4th of July weekend, she's like, Dad, why didn't you put the copper in, make your magnetic field? And it was really hot out. She was like, come on, you got to do it. So I got out here and stripped it all the wire down, put the poles in, dug my trenches. My boxes were up already, so I drilled holes through the box. And in between the flower boxes, I dug like a 1 to 3 inch trench, ran the wire, put the dirt over it, ran the wire through the garden, through the flower beds, and I just followed the pattern that the flower beds go until I got to the southern point, hooked it up to the bottom of the galvanized pole, and you know, I told my friend about it. He said, make me a video. I made a video. About a week after I made that video, I just woke up and said, I'm going to put it on TikTok. People would like this. And thanks to all y'all. There you go. I'm getting Tennessean now. Y'all. I got like 800,000 views. It's insane. Got people calling me from Long Island saying they saw my video. Yeah, it's Farm Bell. I did a home inspection for a nice older woman. And she just gave me that. It says UT. She gave it to me like 4 years ago, and it's crazy. My daughter's going to UT this fall. It's amazing. It's amazing how there are no coincidences. I can't even say it. It's just when you get up every day and you do the right thing, you're a good person, amazing things happen. And yeah, see this? This is just a bar I built. I had a bunch of scrap wood because I built these decks under my house, you know, above my house. And I had a pile of scrap wood, and my wife wanted me to get rid of the scrap wood. So I just turned it into a little outdoor bar, you know? And then, see these benches? It's from a gum tree. I cut them into slabs, and I made benches out of them. I had a nice cool piece. Sorry about that, but there's a bird's nest up there. And they have babies and they keep pooping on it, but usually it's shiny and clean. And I like having the birds around, eats the mosquitoes. And the rest is history, but I gotta thank everybody. 800,000 views. I mean, I had no idea that was gonna happen. I just put up a video about my garden. I got people calling me and I got questions, so I'm doing my best to keep up with your questions. The only thing missing from here is the wooden pole, but you can use bamboo, you can use a piece of pine, piece of cedar, anything you can get your hands on. All I gotta say is try it, and go Vols, Rocky Top, all right? 100 degrees out here today. It was really hot. I work full time, so when I got home, things looked a little wilty. I usually water in the morning, about 10 minutes. And then depending on how hot it is, depends how long I'll water it at night. There's Buddy boy. It's a guy with his dog. Buddy always follows me around. The other dog, Zoe, she's a Rottweiler. She's great, but she's a little lazy. And there's a shed I put in the back of my garage a few years ago. That's all rough sawn pine. That wood's cheap. It's amazing. Yep, weeping willow tree. Right there's a good pear tree. We had a windstorm the other day and like 200 pear fell on the ground. So instead of them rotting, put them in a bucket and drove down to the bottom of my property. Yeah, see the pears are growing? And I made a big pile, a bunch of deer came out and ate them right up. So, yeah, I built that last year because you couldn't even hang out on that deck. The sun hit it. Put a roof over it. And just out here living the country life. Let me tell you, I highly recommend it. Y'all should try it sometime, man. Get out here in the country. It's very peaceful. I don't even water that grass. Tennessee, you can physically watch the grass grow. I ain't lying. And moved out here to the country, get real peaceful. Just surrounded by woods. Good life, man. You can get out of the suburbs if you're thinking about it. You want to live a peaceful life. It's amazing what happens. You ain't got all the hustle and bustle running through your head and the go, go, go and the stress. You know, it's unbelievable. And all I gotta say is, everything in my life I owe to God. God and Jesus. I'm no holy roller, but I'm very spiritual. And living out in the country has changed my whole life. And I would say for the better. So the rest of you, it's Friday night. Hope you have a great weekend. There's your copper, galvanized rod. Enjoy. God bless, and hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. And I hope y'all get everything you want in life. There for the taking. Just grab it, seize it, and walk in your victory. Peace out. God bless.